Hello, it's your friend Kelsey. You haven't heard from me in months, and there are reasons for that. The simplest reason is exactly what I posted about before I left on my extended absence. I started working 2 full-time jobs, basically at the exact same time at the start of this summer, and I know there's content creators out there who are like, I post a daily video while working 80+ hours a week. Some content creators are like that. I am not some content creators. The good but bittersweet news is that one of those jobs just ended. I was stage managing 2 shows, they were incredible, and then I got COVID and had to come home before the final weekend, and my heart will not stop breaking about that. The end. The other job is my actual dream job. I'm finally working in the audio description field, and I legally cannot tell you any more than that, but I have an audio description job. It's amazing. But that doesn't mean I'm coming back. So let me address the title of this video, Why I Quit YouTube and Pole Dancing. The word quit is fun because you don't know whether it's past or present tense. Could be past tense, like I quit drinking wine because it gives me such terrible headaches, or present tense, like I wish I knew how to quit you. So, do I mean that I quit YouTube past tense and now I'm back? Guys, I really honestly don't know. Even before I started my 2 jobs, I suddenly lost all interest in content creation. It seems like every video I was posting to YouTube was met with disappointing analytics, and then when I tried to promote them on the pole dancing subreddit, I got downvoted to oblivion because you're not supposed to self-promote pole dancing on the pole dancing subreddit. Posting on Instagram was marginally more fun until I started getting dick pics in response to my training videos. So the act of posting wasn't any fun, but was creating? No. It used to be that I'd get so excited to come up with a concept for a video and to film it, and I had all these lofty intentions to pre-record a bunch of videos before I left so I could kind of sprinkle them throughout the summer and it wouldn't seem like I was gone for so long, you know? But as I scripted them, I couldn't keep the scripts from sounding like a little off, like a little bitter, a little empty. Then I started trying to film some things. I tried to film a freestyle routine to a song I like, and I slipped off the pole immediately. Frustrating. Scrap that. I tried filming a how to structure your training sessions at home video, and I was doing a bit about how hard inversions can be, and then I realized I genuinely was no longer able to do inversions. After posting my latest video, the Titanic Triumph one, I lost motivation for learning new tricks entirely. Instead of letting that propel me to the next goal, I thought to myself, well, that's the most advanced move I'm going to be able to teach myself here at home, so what's the point? You may be realizing the problem here. What? Depression? No, the other problem. Pole dancing and content creation have become intrinsically linked for me, and that's spoiling both of them. Now, spoiler alert, unless you follow me on Instagram, at khants333, I've already posted 1 pole video since I've returned home and recovered from being sick, and thankfully, no dicks in response. But I got so in my head about this being my first pole session back. I was like, wait a second, this is content. You only get 1 first day back on the pole after 3 months away, so I need to film this and I need to post it. And that made me put off actually getting back on the pole even longer, because the only thing more frustrating than returning to a really hard sport that you need to kind of relearn all over again is having to do so with a camera staring you down. This is sort of my thesis here. Since becoming a YouTuber, everything I do, but especially pole stuff, feels like it has to be content, so I can please the algorithm that wants me to post a bunch of times, so I have something to show you guys, so I can try to make money from doing this. And I realize this is a problem that is like not actually a real problem, but let me tell you, until I took this break, it did feel really real. Unless you've logged into your channel dashboard and stared at the little gray arrows that are pointing down saying that fewer people than usual are engaging with your content, unless you've gotten all the glossy promotional emails from YouTube suggesting that you try Mr. Beast's editing style to get more engagement and clicks, unless you've let your entire day get ruined because you didn't get a picture somewhere that you were hoping to get a picture that you could share, you don't even know how bad these things feel in your little mashed potato brain. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it gets worse than that sometimes. Every few weeks or so, when I check on my comments, there will be one waiting for me in the To Be Reviewed tab that's from some guy with a username like Sonic the Hedgehog or some shit who has found my feminist videos, and he decides he needs to comment something like, "Shut the fuck up, you stupid, ugly feminist, and learn to take a joke." And then he'll go to my other videos and comment things on them like calling me a dishwasher. And that is all normal, expected behavior on the internet. If you put yourself out there, you gotta expect that the trolls are gonna show up. But that, coupled with my utter lack of interest in creation and my obsession with turning my life into content and having done it for the past 2 years, it just made me take a few steps back. I've also been reading a lot of books about social media and the influencer industry, and those have terrified me so much that I basically want to scrub any inch of my presence off of the internet before it's too late. I recommend this one. It's called Break the Internet: The Truth About the Influencer Industry, if you want some harrowing stories. As I've gotten a little more successful, because you guys like my poll content especially, that means more eyes are on me, which means that there's more pressure and there's more opportunities to encounter this casual internet cruelty. And I hate to be a person who complains about success, but I guess I'm realizing I don't want that. Like, it took a couple months away to realize I don't want it to be expected and normal that guys are telling me what outfits they'd dress me up in after I post a video of myself doing pole training. I don't want to devote any space in my brain to optimizing SEO on my posts. I don't want to lose my love for pole dancing because I feel like I can't either have a frustrating session that just isn't recorded or a success that isn't immediately shared. I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that has to post things like, "Sorry guys, I know I've been away for 48 hours and I haven't given you my take on the latest Twitter drama. I'm so sorry to let you down." I don't want to feel guilty for posting non-poll things on my social media, which you wouldn't believe I do feel, but yeah, that's what's going on in this brain. I'm getting a little frustrated because I'm feeling like I'm not conveying what I am trying to convey, which is sort of the problem here. It's like, I've been doing this for a couple years. It was a wonderful way for me to occupy my time while I had nothing else going on, but because I suddenly had a lot going on and I had to step away from this, it's just now dawning on me like how things were feeling, the state of the internet, how that affects me existing on the internet, and it's like I didn't put on my traditional makeup, this lamp in the background is bothering me. I am very tempted to edit this chunk out, but this is just kind of like genuinely how I'm feeling. Like, even just sitting down to film this video, I just felt such a reluctance. I was like, I don't want to make YouTube stuff. I think I'm done. So after that rant, here's the deal. I'm probably not going to post regularly on YouTube any longer. I might make a stray video here and there because there are some ideas that did sound like fun. And I'm likely going to keep sharing stuff on Instagram, so it's not like I'm disappearing forever. My content is going to stay up, so you can watch it whenever you want, although I have hidden some of the videos that attracted the most venomous trolls, because if baby men can't handle my videos, then nobody gets to see them. Sorry to disappoint you, and maybe I'll surprise you and come back with like 10 videos in 1 week, but for now, this is what I gotta do. Bye!